surf industry. We are here with a special guest, old friend of mine from Hawaii, Jason, who owns Quality Surfboards Hawaii, located directly across the street from the Waikiki Hilton, Hawaii, closest shop to Bowls. Jason, how are you?
Yeah, doing good, Mike. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. Used to be digital friends, which we were definitely digital friends for a while, talking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what's funny is I loved the name Digital Friends, but then I was like, when people search this up on the internet, if they want to learn about the surf industry, they're not going to look up Digital Friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Well,
changed
I
the
like I
name.
like the new title too, so
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. And what's funny though is I did meet you digitally just through talking on Instagram.
Yeah,
And then finally came in and on one of my trips to Hawaii, got to say hello and
yeah.
meet you in person and see the shop, which is fantastic shop.
Right on, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's great for you stopping by, getting to see the face.
Yeah, always good. And I always try to send anytime I got somebody going that needs a rental, I try to send them to Quality Surfboards Hawaii.
Thanks, man. That's the best. Word of mouth.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So you started Quality Surfboards 18 years ago. When I come into your store now, you are a hard goods store through and through. I mean, surfboards, accessories, everything you need to go surfing. From what I can tell, the main soft goods you carry are your own branded stuff. Has the
Yeah.
Has the shop been that way since you opened?
So we opened, yeah, 2006, a long time ago, right before the whole 2008 thing, and we pretty much stayed with hard goods all the time throughout that. Mainly because we were in such a small space, we couldn't really do clothes and do it much justice. So and we like hard goods, just the essentials of what surfing is, and we packed it into that spot for a long time, and yeah, basically that's it. We do our own brand now, and branded clothes, just t-shirts mainly, and then we sell lycras, we sell shorts, we sell a few wetsuit tops, and that's about it. Everything else, surfboards, fins, leash, traction, just board bags, whatever you need for surfing.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of soft goods, one of my favorite t-shirts of the surf industry was your wax on, wax off shirt. Are you still making those?
No, that's the old designs. We got all new designs now, kind of up the quality in the t-shirts, and yeah, we're doing that. We might bring it back maybe, but it's all the reason to get it while it's there. So
Get it while it's hot. Wax on, wax off.
yeah, yeah.
Um, well,
I got a thing for the surf industry actually, of what we're gonna do, what our plan is, and we're kind of all bummed on the soft goods side. Our favorite, Quicksilvers and favorite billabongs and all that have kind of sold out and left us, you know, scratching our heads. So basically, the plan is everyone's going to go to their favorite surf shop or their local surf shop, and they're going to buy a t-shirt, you know, and they're going to wear it around, and that's going to be the new kind of surf clothes. And then when you go on trips or you go down the coast, you'll visit other surf shops, you'll buy their t-shirts, buy their hoodies, buy their hats. It's gonna be kind of the new gear. And over here, I think taking it a step forward, like in soft goods, we're gonna just start carrying like the surfboard brands t-shirts, you know, and hats. Not get too deep on it, but just kind of go that way. And when you see somebody wearing a shirt from your neighborhood or your surf shop, or maybe you visited that surf shop, very easy to start a conversation, say hello, you know, say nice shirt, say I got one like that,
yeah, no, absolutely.
you know.
Two things on that. I noticed, I was kind of flipping through your site earlier today too, because I haven't been in the store since last winter. I noticed it was all Quality Surfboards Hawaii product, and then you had some Pyzel stuff. It was all shapers.
Yep.
And to me, when I saw that, I said that's taking it back to the original surf shop. We were selling our stuff and surfboard products and the surfboard
Yeah.
brands. which stoked me out. I was psyched to see it because I always feel like shops need to invest in themselves. And then as surfers, a long time ago, I was joking around with this idea called adopt a shop. And the way you adopt a shop is you buy their shirt. And now you own a little piece of the shop. You've adopted it. And like you said, when you walk around and you see another guy wearing a Quality Surfboard shirt, or you see a guy wearing a Harbor Surfboard shirt, you know where he got it. He got it from his local surf shop. He didn't get
Yeah.
it, or a surf shop he visited. He didn't get it from a major chain or a sporting goods store. You had to make that journey to the shop, and now you adopted that shop as part of your life, you know?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's adopt some shops.
I like that. I think it's the way of the future, man, is
Yeah.
surfboard, surf
And
shops.
you see somebody in a Pyzel shirt or Eric Arakawa shirt with a hat, and you know that guy surfs, and he's into his craft, and sports is even his board maker, so
Yeah.
I think that's the way. And then the other companies, clothing companies coming up, I mean, they do a great job, right? They make the best surf shorts and wetsuits and lycra tops. It's not like we can even challenge that. And they do great in fashion and stuff. And if you want stuff to go out, then you choose your brand.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah,
makes perfect sense, and the same thing too, going back to a t-shirt is well, besides in Hawaii where you can wear board shorts year round in and out of the water.
yeah, yeah.
Here where I live in California, wintertime, I'm not walking around in board shorts, so but I can wear a shirt all the time and fly that flag of supporting my local surf shop. Now, going
For
back
sure.
a little bit, you just mentioned Pyzel and Eric and all these great shapers.
Yep.
Dude, you just had a Pyzel night last weekend.
Yeah. Just this past Friday, we had a Pyzel board talk, which it was awesome, man. Yeah, everyone had a good time.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
some of the live feed. It looks like a lot of people came out to support.
Yeah, you know what? It was super cool. So Pyzel came out and did his talk. He came with Joel Centeo, and they kind of discussed like how they order boards. And Jon reflected on a bunch of things on how he gets orders. What he tries to tell them. What are some key things? And I learned a lot. And I think a lot of people that came learned a lot. And there was questions after that kind of broadened it and stuff. And then after that talk, about an hour, and then all mingled, and guys got to talk to him after, kind of one on one and stuff. But yeah, it was a fun night. And then just staying in the industry vein, Jon and Joel did it. They brought a lot of goodies that we gave away. We raffled off for free. Just if you came, you got a raffle ticket. And then Keone Watson of FCS showed up, and he threw down some really great questions and kind of fins he would pair boards up with, which was really nice. And Bob Hurley came too, which was like,
No way.
I didn't know I was a Bob Hurley fan, but I'm a Bob Hurley fan now, and he, you know, did his thing, Bob Hurley thing. He brightened up the room and asked a bunch of great questions too, funny questions, and it was a good night. It was a good mix, and kind of learned a lot. I think we're gonna do more of those, maybe once a month, kind of maybe for this summertime. Kind of jazzed on that. Might actually do a fin one next, hopefully with Keone. Yeah, and then do some other shapers that we have in the shop. But in that too, I think it was great that guys came out and supported it. It kind of fired me up. Like, oh man, I should go to more things around town too that are happening. Make
Yeah.
it a point to check them out. And just support the little things that we do. As surfers, like here and there, and kind of events that we put on and things like that. So
Yeah. Well, I think too, like to your point, like, I've been in this industry for quite a while, and I know that there's been times when certain shops in certain areas hadn't got along because they were both, kind of fighting for the same customer. But now times have changed, and that shop down the street, isn't your competition anymore because there's so many other types of competition out there, from
Yeah.
online to direct to consumer to mega blowouts to all these things, where the shop down the street, it's really your brother, it's really your sister. So to be able to go out and support them where they're having an event and maybe learn a little something, talk, bridge that gap together, and really be an alliance, or they come to your event, or even down to the other local crafter down the street, that does something, the community there can only get stronger. And with that, I always grew up the same, but what is it? All ships rise with the tide. Like, if the
Yeah.
community is growing together, you guys are growing together. And like I said, the shop down the street is no longer your competition. It's all these other things that you got to compete with as a small retailer.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, you're in this thing on your own, you don't need to compete against anybody else. You just kind of, you got enough things to deal with, and do your thing right, do your thing good, and you know just keep chugging along. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You touched on doing more events. I know it's no longer going forward. I used to love the Bulls event, but for this summer coming up, we won't see the return of the Bulls event. But
Yeah.
besides Shaper events, do you have any other plans for this summer?
No, the Bulls event was fun. We did that for 3 years. I think we were kind of the first shop to do like a surfing online contest, which was, it was really great. It was free. You get a free t-shirt, you enter, get some prizes, we gave away some cash. But that lasted about 3 years. We had some awesome winners, like really sick rides, but maybe a little illegal. We took over the Surfline camera for, some contests, but in and out. But that's kind of one thing, like when, I guess when shops have events or things going on, it's good to join them. They don't last a long time sometimes, the little bursts. So I don't know, this summer, like I was saying, I think we're gonna do more talks. I'm kind of jazzed on that. So I'm gonna try to do one a month, with just some different things, different shapers. But then I also think maybe bringing the reps and talking about fins is a really good thing. I think a lot of people would have questions on fins and what's going on with them. So I think that would be a good one. So I think that's what's going on this summer for sure.
Gotcha. Fins would be a great one. I mean, I've
Yeah.
surfed. I can't say I've surfed my whole life because I'm not dead yet, but I've surfed for a very long time, and I still have questions with what fins I want to ride with what board. I mean, once I find a fin I like, I don't change it. And
I'm the same, man. Yeah.
I ride futures a lot, and the guys at futures would be like, "Mike, try this fin," and I'm like, "But
Yeah.
why?" And it'd be great to know that knowledge. And like you said, when you see events, jump in because they may not be there again. Like, you could have won that Bulls contest last year, listener, but you didn't enter. And the only way to win is to enter, and the only way to have fun at the event is to go. So
Yeah.
check out
So
your
true.
local shop, see what's going on. Well, speaking of surfboards, I'm really curious because you guys, I mean, look at the boards behind you. This is your boardroom that you're in right now. I can see all the
Yeah.
fins on the wall. What are the top brands and models selling out of Quality right now?
So we have Quality Surfboards, the front shop that's mainly turned into just all rentals, and we got, as you know, like some really sick rentals in there. It's like good quality boards you can rip on, you know. And then we opened this right across the hall. It's called the Surfboard Showroom about 2 years ago, and just because we needed a room to carry all the killer brands that we wanted to, and basically under one roof in Waikiki, we tried to carry all the best shapers, but best North Shore shapers, which happen to be some of the best shapers in the world. And we've branched out, but I mean, we got like Pyzel, Tokoro, Eric Arakawa. We got some Daniel Jones in here. Then we have some Merricks, we have albums, and then in the longboard range, we got B Clem, kind of a local guy around here, Myers, and we do Lost Not Found, Craig Kawamura. Really beautiful boards, beautiful longboards he makes, and yeah, that's kind of the lineup of boards. A few here and there that we get, uh, you know, through friends and that. But very very kind of high quality, really nice top shapers from around the island, but some from Australia, some from California, of course. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And I can tell you, I mentioned, I've sent people there to rent boards from you. A friend of mine rented a board from you one time, and I got to tell you, he was just raving about your staff. He was raving about how you guys treated him when he came in. I mean, he
All right.
was stoked. He was so stoked, he bought me a t-shirt as a thank you gift for referring him to you.
All right.
So
He adopted the shop, huh?
he adopted the shop and then he gave it to me. But from what I hear, I mean, your service is top notch from the knowledge down the way staff treats people from how they walk in the doors.
I mean, we've always had excellent staff, and the staff, is so knowledgeable and local surfers from around here. So, and one of my key things is definitely customer service and treating people how you want to be treated. Treated with aloha, and you know, yeah,
Absolutely.
we try our best. Yeah.
Hey, that's all you can do. But
Yeah.
speaking of trying your best and being such a hard goods kind of shop, you just recently opened up a skate shop. Let's talk about that. What led you to lead the skate shop, and what are you learning from opening the skate shop?
So the skate shop happened again. I'm just moving my way down the hall of this building. So I got the first shop's the rental shop. Then you come to the showroom. You got all the new boards, all the new gear, and then a little bit more down the hall, a little space opened up. It's about 75 square feet, and so we opened the big skate shop in Waikiki, and that's been going good, man. I got a New Jersey skate kid, Tim, that kind of runs the show there. He knows everything about skates, so he handles all of that. I'm kind of out of it. I'm you know out of that realm. I was just in the skateboard for bombing hills when I was about 10 years old, and that was about it. So, but that shop is all hard goods. The same, just boards and wheels, trucks. Everything you need for skateboarding. So, but what have I learned from that is something big on social. Like I've always heard, the skateboard community, and then how they're tight knit, how they help each other, they cheer each other on, and the surf community, how it's different. What's different about it, and I never really grasped it, and I still haven't grasped everything, but just in social media, the skate world was so welcoming and so helpful, and so like supportive. So like an example is like we started the shop, we opened an Instagram, we are like, I don't know, maybe 200 followers, and we did a soy post, and he wrote back to us, like, hey man, thanks guys,
Yeah.
and we're like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, how would he writes us? Like, no surfer would ever write you back, I in the shop, we've done promotions with like boards and surfers and photographers, and everyone's in that mix, and we're trying to promote it, and no one would ever even repost it,
Right.
or even like help out the whole role of things, but in the skate world, I mean, the other day I think we saw the what do we I think we saw the Lance Mountain board to some guy, and Lance Mountain reposted it on his site, but not from our site, from the guy's site.
No way.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine getting you know, a kind of extreme, but you get a repost from Kelly Slater saying, "Hey, thanks, Mike, for writing my model," or something.
Yeah.
You'd be over the moon.
Right. No, and what's funny is I think you're 100% correct. Like the skateboard community, it's a community, and it's like any community. You got some guys that get along great and some guys that don't, but for the most part, like everybody cares and everybody wants to see skaters come up. And I think another difference too is kind of like you're in the same boat too. Like you can't go into Nordstrom's and buy a Pyzel surfboard. You got to go to a surf shop Just like you can't go to some of these stores and get some of these skateboards. So skaters supporting skaters is exactly how it should be, just like surfers supporting surfers. Like,
Yeah.
we're not selling to all these hard goods behind you. You're not going to go get them at some of these locations where you can get these big major brands that have just blown everything out. And then another thing I've always said, like Christian Hosoi he's a solid guy. Like I used to live in Huntington and he would come skate this ramp with me. And I think he's one of those guys that has realized, same with Lance, same with a lot of these older guys. I'm only as good as I am to the people, and I'm only as good as I am to skateboarding. I mean, Christian's got 10 years on me, and he still has a, career in skateboarding.
Yeah.
Same with a lot of these older pros. I think they've
Oh, for
realized
sure.
I got to be good to the culture and the community, and I'll be a professional skateboarder my entire life.
Yeah. Definitely a legend. And it's easy to press a button and share a story, share a like, share a post, share a thing, and it only like helps it, and like rather than be kind of like all like hey,
Right.
I'm in the surf world, I'm trying to promote this brand or this, maybe even that surfer, or that's this beautiful shot, but you
Right.
know crickets sometimes. So
Well, and think about what Lance did too. Someone bought his pro model deck.
yeah.
They were so happy that they got it that they posted it and tagged him, and he appreciated that and
Yeah.
shared it. Imagine. I know not every pro can do this for every post.
Yeah,
We almost
I
out of time.
realize that too, but
Okay, we got 10 minutes. I didn't realize how long we've been talking. Let me get this window off my screen. But I mean, like those little things go a long way. Like to
yeah.
share, hey, like you bought a Pyzel and you love it. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'll reshare it. Not saying Jon does or doesn't do that. I just, think of Pyzel because he did the meeting,
Yeah.
the meet and greet. Like those go such a long way, not only for the shop, but for the kid that bought the board. I
Yeah.
mean, that's where I get back to. It's always about creating these experiences and community building. And, that's some of my favorite things about surf shops were things I did when I was in high school. I mean, I'm 48
Yeah.
now. And I still remember the barbecues I had at Caton because they made a long lasting effect on me. And I love that.
Yeah.
So, well, let me do this because I know we're getting low on time. If you could make one wish for the surf community or industry, or had some advice for the surf industry, what would that be?
Oh man, that's a big one. If I had a wish,
Yeah, I might not be 10 minutes, might not be enough.
um, I don't know. I guess everyone's doing everything they can now. I think everyone's doing a good job. Like everyone's trying to make it happen and make it work, and hopefully, try to give a hand up when they can give a hand up, or help, some discounts, some promos, things like that. And I don't know, just that's a tough one. A wish for the surf industry.
Yeah. Or some advice, that you would like to see for the future of the surf industry.
I just say like maybe support each other, like try to go out to events, try to come to events that get put on, or at least stop by, you know. Um, come by the shops, people that are having events too. Like if you're having a surf movie event, you should stop by the surf shop and drop off flyers. If you're having contests, you should come by the surf shop, drop off flyers that you're having that, and you know, create like we're the ones to like pass them out or let the word out too. So it's just like if everyone's helping everyone else out, I think it's always a good thing. So
Help out. That's
yeah.
some quality advice. And I did totally spaced. I got to give you a big thank you. Speaking of like supporting the shop, collabing, you were the first guy to order one of these. So if you get down, I saved like 5 for myself. If you
Nice.
get down to Hawaii, make sure you go to Quality Surfboards, pick these up because you ain't gonna get one that says Quality Surfboards Hawaii anywhere else besides Quality Surfboards Hawaii. Um, if you are visiting Hawaii, stop in your local surf shop and get a shirt, man. Take that, adopt a shop. Take that.
Yeah. Take a shirt. We see you with our shirt. We'll say what's up.
I like it. Well, again, Jason, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to
Thanks,
seeing
Mike.
you in person next time. We'll talk to you later.
Aloha.